professional development on phonics and reading. You took a pre-assessment before about your knowledge of phonics. We had a wide variety or wide range of don't know much about phonics to almost expert. So thank you. You also took a learning style inventory, and we have one person who is kinesthetic for movement, and the rest are visual learners. So we have different activities to do, and with a variety of the learning styles available. So thank you, and let's begin. So the objective today is to understand the importance of teaching phonics to improve reading skills. Your takeaways from the PD today. The why for having phonics professional development. You'll see in the next couple of screens the data that supports this. What is phonics? Because one of the questions was, is phonemic awareness and phonics the same thing? It was a wide range of true and false, so we're going to look at that. The how to teach phonics and activities to take back for small group. There's going to be 4 activities that you can choose from, and support from me in the classroom next year. So this shows the students reading below grade level, this percentage. And this is taken from the STAR 360 that was given to the students at either April or May of this year. And we have 4th grade at 24% reading below grade level. And this is 1 to 2 grade levels below. 5th grade is 29%, and 6th grade is 22%. Now the 6th grade, that's the STAR 360. Now the next one is the 6th grade is only for our special education students, because this is with the school PACE and our American Reading Company reading program. And it was 4th grade, and then 4th, 5th, and 6th for special education. So this data, again, is from school PACE, and this is students in need of phonics. We have 4th grade at 34% students need phonics. 5th grade, 19%, and 6th grade, 7%. So that's why we are having professional development today on phonics, because with phonics, you need phonics before you can enjoy reading and understanding what you're reading. So we're going to see a short video on the difference of phonemic awareness and phonics. the difference, because there is a difference between phonemic awareness and phonics. And I'm going to pass this out. This is, if you want to write down any information that you want to take away from phonics. Okay, so phonemic awareness. You have understanding that speech is composed of sounds. Notice and manipulate the sounds in oral language by symbols and phonemes. Phonemes is the smallest unit of sound. So you have ha, ah, ah, t, t. And that's the different sounds for each letter. And it provides the foundation for phonics and spelling. Then we have phonics. That's the relationship between the letters of the alphabet and the sounds they make. And phonics is the link between what we say, what we read, and what we write. All right, why do we need to teach phonics? This is the why that we're having this professional development. Phonics provides a reading foundation for each child that is based on the letters and sounds of the alphabet. And the instructions should be systematic and explicit. So there are certain ways and sequence that you teach phonics. And it has to be explicit. Explicit is where you're teaching them also within context. There is an organized, logical, and predictable relation between written letters and spoken sounds. Phonics instruction has an impact on child's reading and writing. That was one of our pre-assessment questions, because it doesn't just affect their reading. If they don't know vowel teams, if they don't know R-controlled vowels, words, then they're going to have a hard time with spelling and writing. And yes, we had difficulty answering that question with R-controlled. So hopefully you will understand what an R-controlled word is. When the child learns the letters with the sounds and the common spellings, they have the tools they need to read words, whether they have seen those words or not. Because when they have the phonics, then they're going to be able to decode words. If they know the vowel teams, say OA, and they know the letter B is B, and then the OA is oi, or the O, because when you have vowel teams, the first vowel does the talking. So it'll say B-O, t. So if they know the vowel teams and the different letters, then they should be able to put it together. Sequence to teaching phonics. The single consonants. They need to be able to know first the letters of the alphabet, and then what each sound makes. Then go into short vowels. CVC, car, tip, okay? Beginning blends 2 and 3 letters blends with R and L, like trip or let me see, slide, slash, okay? Ending blends, the NG and MB, like ring and thumb. And then beginning and end digraphs, like church, and then the beginning would be shape. Long vowels with a silent E. This is a big one for some students because they can't transfer and remember that the little CVC words are short vowels. And then when you put the E on it, because it's silent, it makes it a long vowel. So like you have cape. That's the long. The short would be cap. So they have a hard time distinguishing. Long vowels in 2 vowel combinations, the AI, the AY, OA, EE, EA. This is hard because this is, like I said, the first vowel does the talking. So they have to understand the vowels and that they're long, you know, the long vowel. The E or the EA, like they would, these both say E, like beach and tree. Miscellaneous vowel combinations, OY or OI, like joy or oink. And then vowels controlled by an R. That would be girl, G-I-R-L, hurt, H-U-R-T, fort, F-O-R-T. So it's a vowel in front of the R. Types of phonics instruction. There is analytic, which examines the letter-sound relationships through the studying of sets of words. I do a lot of word sorts, and that really helps them become familiar with what phonics they're looking at, whether it be the CVC or the CVCE, the different vowel teams. Analogy-based compares rhymes of unfamiliar words to rhymes in familiar words. So if I know cat, then I know flat. So if they know the word, and that's pretty much the word family. So if they know the word families, then they have to just work on the beginning sound, or it could be the ending. Embedded. Teachers letter sounds, supposed to be teaches, letter sounds indirectly during the reading of connected text. So this is when they're reading their book and they come to a word that they don't know, and they're trying with the letter sounds and trying to figure it out and decode the words. Synthetic teaches sounds in isolation and then teaches students to blend the sounds to form words. So we're going to see some different examples for each one of these. So here's the analytic and with the sorts. When I do sorts, they get them on Monday. They sort Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I have a book. And every Friday, they sort them and glue them in, and then they say their words. But each day they're saying it, sorting it, putting them in sentences, looking through their books, and locating, kind of doing like a scavenger hunt. Analogy-based are the key words. So if today we're going to learn a new word, is talk. The key word is talk. So if the kids can know ALK, A-L-K, so if I know talk, then I can read these words, walk, stalk, and chalk. So they're only changing the beginning sounds. Embedded phonics. So this could be like a word talk or word wall. You have the word will, and it's almost the same thing as like the analytical. You're just changing the different words by adding a prefix or a suffix, or this is a suffix, or a beginning blend. So you taught within the context of reading. So these are two sentences that they could be reading and circling or highlighting their embedded word. So, or their embedded phonics. The gorilla got a chill after he spilled his drink on himself. And then the little girl was thrilled to see the pillow. She was very tired. So if they know this, they can begin to read words. Synthetic. I'm going to let you see a video on this. This is a method of teaching where words are broken up in the smallest unit of sound, the phonics. I like this guy.
There's no such thing as a perfect writer. This is why I use Grammarly to check my
If I'm putting...
Hello, my name is Mr. Thorne and you're watching Mr. Thorne Does Phonics. Welcome back. Today I'm going to tell you all about synthetic phonics.
Oh, exactly.
Well, synthetic phonics is the blending together of sounds to read words, the synthesis of those sounds. For example, if you know these sounds, k, a, t, you can read the word cat. You can also move these graphemes around to read the word t, a, k, tack. You can also move these graphemes around to read the word act, act. So just by knowing those three letter shapes and the sounds that they make, you can start to read words and learn language. Keep watching for more interesting videos all about synthetic phonics. Bye for now.
Okay, so what is this sound? What is this sound? And this sound. Okay, so put it all together. And how many phonemes are there?
3.
3. Very good. You're my smart group. All right, so when you teach phonics, or even with reading or math or any subject, it is I do. So the teacher models, we do, teacher and class work together, and then you do, student works independently. So we're going to practice. So make sure you allow student choice when the kids are working independently, because that's going to give more buy-in to them, because they get to choose instead of saying, okay, you're just going to go do this station, you're going to go over here and do this station. Let them have a choice. So we're going to have 4 corners, 4 tables. Participants will choose 2 activities to practice the phonics. You'll have between 8 and 10 minutes to complete the activity. So you're only doing 2. I'm going to explain them, and then you can go to the different stations. So over here at station 1 is chart paper. If you can spell cab, then you can spell. And there's 4 pictures, and you're going to write the words from the picture, and then you're going to make up 3 of your own. And station 2 is the word sort, the CVC and CVCE. You're going to sort the words, and then you're going to say them and write them down. Station 3 is over at that table, and that's the Elkinen boxes. And I'm going to give you an iPad because it's a QR code, and you're going to watch a short video, and then you're going to complete the activity. And then the last one is over here. This is when you're putting everything together with the phonics, you want them to be able to read. So this last one is where you're going to roll the die, and you're going to read the sentences that has word families in it, that has different blends. So that's going to help with the students' fluency. Okay. Any questions before we move? So I'll give you a couple seconds to decide where you're going to go. So that's 1, 3, 2, and 4. Okay. And then what I'll do is, when everybody gets to where they're going, and if it doesn't take that long, if everybody's finished within the time limit, then we will move on.
job. Second round of student choice.
Is this right?
Debbie, does that say you?
Maybe it's this. Maybe it's a rabbit. I don't believe that A bunny is correct.
You don't? Oh. There's actually two. Yeah.
Let's see. I tell you how to laugh.
What about but it doesn't say
Elkin boxes, as you saw in the video. So you only put the letters in that you hear. So egg, yes, it's spelled E-G-G, but you just do E and G. This is bow, B, and then O-W fit together because O-W is a vowel, and it's called tricky vowels. Okay? So do this, do chin. Yeah, very good. What about glue? Yes, very good.
we're all in the mood.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing the stations. Which one did you like the best? Which one would you use in your classroom?
I like that the fluency activity was cool.
Okay. I like the Elkin boxes. I actually just learned about that this year. So it helps with them to spell it out in each, have a letter in each box, or the blend, or the diagram. So this is how to implement into a small group a phonics lesson. And you will be getting this. You'll get some takeaways so that you can start when we come back from summer break. So this is a 5-step plan, and this is from the book Road to Reading. So number 1 is you review the sound symbol correspondences. 2, you teach or review the new decoding skill. 3, review phonetically regular words and high frequency words. And high frequency words are words that they automatically should know, that it's words that you cannot decode. So they have to know it, like the, way. 4, read orally in context. And then 5, dictation. Remember that it's reading and writing that affects if they have difficulty with phonics. So the last is the dictation, where you want them to actually write. So the next step, so that I can help you and not just provide this professional development and then let you go on your way. When we come back in September, when the kids come back, you're going to all assess your students using a phonics assessment or the iReady or STAR 360. I want you to group your students according to their phonics needs. And then I will come in and we will have a conference. And we'll go over the data and the needs and where to start your students at. And then create a lesson plan using the template provided, or one that you prefer. I'm going to give you one that is also from the Road to Reading. And I can offer some feedback and suggestions. And then I will come and observe, model a phonics lesson during one of your small groups. So we have 2 more things to do. You have an exit ticket. So I'm going to give you 3 different note cards. First one is going to be orange, and you're going to fill out what is still circling in your head. What do you need more information on? Then we have a pink. What 3 things did you learn? And then I'll give you a green one. What squares with your thinking and is your next step for you? And then I would like you to fill out a post assessment and then how you thought the professional development went today. Okay?
Here's one right here. Now each of you are going to get 3 things.
Yes. The pink is the 3 things you've learned. The green is what squares you. And the post assessment, there's information on the back. And when you can finish, you can just leave everything in the center. And I will put these up here for you to take. This is a phonological and phoneme awareness sheet. The 7 different types of syllables. And then this is the 5-step plan and the daily lesson plan. And I thank you for your time, and I hope that this professional development, that you learned something and you can take back for your students.